Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is again Gerald. Hope you guys are doing well. And in today's video, we are going to talk about how to categorize transactions in QuickBooks Online. And I'm going to walk you through the steps on how. So if you're new to bookkeeping or just getting started with QuickBooks Online, this is one of the most important skills to learn because this is what keeps your financial reports accurate. So let's jump right in. Now, if you watched my previous video on connecting or linking your bank accounts or your credit card accounts to your QuickBooks Online account, this is exactly what comes next. Once your bank account is connected, your transactions will automatically flow into your QuickBooks Online account. And this step, categorizing, is what you do after that to make sure everything is properly recorded. Now, you might be wondering, how often do I actually need to do this? The answer is very frequently. If your bank is already connected, new transactions can come in daily. So ideally, you should be categorizing transactions on a daily basis if you want to stay on top of everything, or at least weekly to avoid falling behind. So for bookkeepers handling multiple clients, this becomes part of your regular routine workflow. The more consistent you are, the easier your reconciliation and your month-end process will be. So first, what does categorizing transactions even mean? Well, basically, every time money comes in or goes out of your business, you need to assign it to the correct account in your chart of accounts. For example, if you purchase office supplies, then it should fall under office expenses. Another example would be if your client makes a payment to you, that should fall under income or revenue account. And if you have made a payment for your utilities, for example, your internet, then it should fall under your utilities account. So this is how QuickBooks knows where everything should go in your reports, like your profit and loss statement. Now let's talk about the why, because this part is really important. So on a basic level, categorizing transactions correctly helps you first see where your money is going. You'll know exactly how much you're spending on different areas of your business. Second, generate accurate financial reports. Your profit and loss statement depends on this. So if your categories are wrong, your numbers are wrong too. Third, make better business decisions. Clean data helps you understand what's profitable and what's not. And of course, stay ready for taxes. Everything is already organized, which saves you a lot of time and stress. Now, if you're a bookkeeper or an accountant, there's an even deeper level into this. You're not just categorizing transactions, you're responsible for the quality of financial data. Now, proper categorization helps you maintain accuracy and credibility with your clients. Second, produce clean and reliable financial reports. It's also going to speed up your month-end closing process. And of course, it's going to help you stay audit and tax ready at all times. And most importantly, it helps you provide real insights, not just numbers. So this step isn't just data entry. This is actually where you add value. All right, now let's try to go over some examples so you can see how this works in different scenarios. So let's head over to our QuickBooks Online and then go to accounting, and that should take us right away to the bank transaction screen. All right, so as you've noticed, there's three financial accounts connected on this account, a demo account. First one is the checking, second would be the savings, and next would be the credit card account, the MasterCard account. Under those would be the three tabs, the pending tab, posted tab, and excluded tab. If you're using the previous version, it would say for review, categorized, and excluded. Okay, but we'll stick with the newer version for now. So as you've noticed, under the we by default is choosing the first financial account that's added. So in our case, it's checking, and it shows 25 transactions that are yet to be categorized. Okay, for savings, there's only one, and 7 for MasterCard. Let's focus our attention on the checking account since it has several transactions that needs to be categorized, but we'll only be doing a couple of scenarios just for you to get an idea as to how this works. So let's go over this list. Let's start with the one where QuickBooks is providing a suggested match. So that would be for this transaction, PAM sites. And it was on March 17th, 2026 for the amount $75. And it's under the spent column. So this is money that came out of the checking account. And it's providing, or QuickBooks is providing two suggested matches that would be related or somehow relevant to this transaction. So let's go ahead and find out. Okay, I wouldn't suggest you immediately click on match. Part of our responsibilities would be to make sure that the data are accurate. So let's go ahead and further review. So here are the two transactions that were suggested. That could be a match. First one was on the 15th of March. It's a payment for a bill and it's for $75, but it's from or it's for Books by Bessie, not for Pam sites. The second one is on March 17th, which is the same as the bank transaction, and it's for an expense for the same amount. It's for PAM sites. Now, this would most likely be it, but if you want to go ahead and review further, just go ahead and click on that link, expense link. So here's our expense page with the rest of the details for $75 made on the 17th of March, to PAM sites, which came out from the checking account. And here's the reference number. And it's for a legal and professional fees for the set amount. All right, so this is the closest match. So since that is the case, then we'll be choosing that as the appropriate match for this bank transaction. And let's go ahead and click on match. Now, as you've noticed, the pending transaction went from 25 to 24, and that transaction that we just matched should now appear under posted. And there it is. All right, now let's do another example. Let's go back to pending. Okay, now this time we'll use something that QuickBooks isn't providing a match. So let's go with this one. A May 12 transaction with the bank description, Books by Bessie, and it's for $55, and it's under received column. So that means it's something that came in to the checking account. So here's the rest of the details. Transaction type is deposit. Okay, we don't really have that much of details for this transaction, so let's go ahead and investigate further. So most likely Books by Bessie is a vendor. So let's go ahead and see if there were any previous transactions. Okay, and there were two other transactions prior. Okay, February 4th for the same amount, $55. The other one was on March 15th for $75, so that wouldn't be it. So let's go with the February 4th transaction. Let's review this. Let's open it up. Okay. It's for the same amount, for the same vendor, but let's go ahead and investigate further. Okay. Paid by Books by Bessie to our checking account on February 4th with a check number 12. And for the said amount, $55, and it says legal and professional fees, bookkeeper.